Hey guys, welcome back to the Hospitality Lounge. When you're on board the flight and receive a warm smile from cabin crew, have you ever wondered what kind of training lies behind that confidence, calmness, and elegance, especially under pressure? Today's episode reveals the professional world behind the scenes, how international airlines like Emirates, Singapore Airlines, and Lufthansa train their cabin crew to deliver 5-star hospitality in the sky. Let's take a seat and explore their world-class training journey. Number 1. The role of cabin crew. Cabin crew responsibilities goes beyond serving meals. They are brand ambassadors, safety managers, emotional caregivers, and multilingual hosts, all wrapped into one professional role. For example, at Singapore Airlines, crew are expected to embody the Singapore girls persona, graceful, attentive, and composed. It's not just image, it's an operational philosophy built around culture, respect, and elevated service. Number 2. Recruitment and selection. Airlines recruitment is highly competitive. Emirates receive over 15,000 applications per month, but only about 2% make it through. The selection process includes grooming inspections, role-play customer service tests, group activities, and communication assessments. Airlines prioritize emotional intelligence, intercultural fluency, and resilience, essential skills for dealing with hundreds of passengers daily. Visible tattoos, for instance, are not allowed. Flight attendants must meet high standards in physical presentation, communication, and even voice tone, especially when reading in-flight announcements. Number 3. Training and academics. Training usually lasts between 8 and 10 weeks, even more, and takes place in airline-run academics like the Emirates Aviation College in Dubai or Lufthansa Flight Training Center in Frankfurt. Trainees undergo modules in aviation safety, firefighting, first aid, and in-flight service. They practice emergency evacuations in full-scale simulators and rehearse service etiquette in realistic cabin mock-ups. In their hospitality service classes, trainees are taught that hospitality begins before the guest steps on board, smiling with the eyes, offering a warm greeting in a passenger's native language, or noticing a nervous traveler and gently guiding them. It's these subtle cues that transform good service into exceptional hospitality. For example, Qatar Airways focuses intensely on precise tray setup, guest recognition, and personalized grooming checks down to shine of your shoes. Emirates trained crew to spot micro-expressions of discomfort and response with calm empathy. Lufthansa trained emphasize anti-security services, responding to needs before they are even spoken. Number 4. Hospitality and soft skills. Crew member must learn to serve passengers from all walks of life with grace. Training includes soft skills development, active listening, calm conflict resolution, positive body language, and cultural empathy. At Turkish Airlines, for instance, crew are taught how to personalize service for guests from Asia, Europe, and Middle East, all within a single flight. This ability to adopt the essence of global hospitality. Hospitality in the sky is different from on the ground. It's high touch, high attitude, and deeply personalized. That's why airlines train crew in guest philosophy. Singapore Airlines, for example, train crew to rate passenger personas. Is it passenger a business traveler who prefers privacy, a honeymoon couple open to conversation, a solo flyer needing reassurance? Every action is guided by the airline hospitality values: discretion, personalization, and sincerity. And here is something many passengers appreciate but rarely noticed. Airline intentionally select flight attendants who speak different languages for specific routes. This multilingual approach ensure passenger can communicate in their own mother tongue, especially during safety briefing, meal ordering, or when seeking assistance. Whether it's a Japanese-speaking crew on a Tokyo-bound flight or a Spanish speaker flying in a Buenos Aires, it's another layer of hospitality that makes passengers feel understood and valued. Number 5. In-flight service mastery. Delivering full-course meals in a narrow aisle during turbulences is an art. Airlines rehearse this extensively. British Airways trained crew in synchronizing service flow with the flight duration and cabin class. Luxury service training includes wine pairing, food presentation, guest profiling, and responsiveness to premium guest expectations. Crew in first class on Etihad, for example, receiving coaching from certificate on board bottles trained at the Savoy Hotel Academy in London. True hospitality means making every guest feel like the most important person on board. That's why airlines like ANA and Korean Air train cabin crew to use guest name recall, personalizing meal suggestion, and culturally respectful gesture. They are also learned to celebrate special occasions mid-air, birthday card for children, anniversary chocolates for couples, or thank you notes for loyal flyer. These thoughtful touches create emotional connection beyond just service. If you are enjoying this video and want more behind the scenes stories about aviation, travel, and hospitality, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Hospitality Lounge, and share it with the Flow Aviation lovers. Your supports help me bring more industry secrets to your screen. Let's continue. Number 6. Emotional intelligence and crisis handling. Flight attendants are the first responders in the sky, whether it's handling a panic attack, a disruptive passenger, or a medical emergency. They're trained to respond with professionalism and empathy. Delta Airlines runs real-time crisis simulations such as in-flight fires or medical incidents to prepare crew for a rare but high-stake moments. Maintaining calm, clear communication in such scenarios is a mark of elite training. During turbulence, many passengers, especially first-time flyers, can feel genuinely afraid. One of the quiet acts of the five-star hospitality is how flight attendants respond in these moments. Trained to spot sign of fear, tight grip on armrest, wide-eyed, shallow breathing, crew members gently approach and explain in simple terms. We are just passing through some clouds. It's completely normal. It's like driving over a bumpy road. They may sit beside a nervous flyer, offer a reassuring hand, or distract them with light conversation. This compassionate response turns a stressful moment into one of the trust, and that's hospitality at the finest. Number 7. Flying exams and real flight checks. Before becoming full-time crew, trainers must pass written safety exams, grooming inspections, and final service simulations. Their first commercial flights, called line checks, are closely supervised by senior crew or instructors. Only after passing these evaluations, they can officially represent the airline on board. By this stage, they have already rehearsed over 200 case scenarios and dozens of service combination. As a flight attendant gain experience, they may move up to business class and eventually to first class service rules. For example, Qatar Airways requires several years of proven service excellence before allowing crew to work in premium cabins. With further certification and exams, a cabin crew member may become a flight purser, the senior, most on-board leader. Pursers are responsible of the flight training, crew coordination, and guest service standards. Before each flight, there is a mandatory pre-flight briefing by the purser. The team reviews their routes, passenger profile, weather condition, time zones, and special service requirements, such as a number of child, infant passenger, medical condition, or religious meal. For example, flying from Doha to Sydney requires crew to understand cultural differences, meal timing, and expected guest behavior over a 14 hours flight. Number 8. Lifestyle, uniforms, and professional presence. Hospitality doesn't end with training. It's a part of their lifestyle. Flight attendants must maintain strict grooming standards, neatly styled hair, polished shoes, and immaculate uniforms. Emirates and Singapore Airlines are known for their iconic culturally inspired uniforms that reflect both elegance and tradition. Men's and movements are trained in posture, walking style, and presence. Crew also undergo voice modulation training to ensure clear, calm, and professional in-flight announcements. They are also required to maintain a healthy lifestyle, getting enough rest, stay hydrated, and arriving fresh for duty despite different time zones. Airlines monitor this closely because a fatigued crew member cannot deliver 5-star service. Visible tattoos, extreme piercing, or unkept grooming can disqualify applicants or lead to disciplinary action. After all appearance reflects the airline brand of hospitality. So, next time you will fly and greet with warmth, elegance, and professionalism, remember, it's a result of months of world-class training and ongoing cultural of excellence. Cabin crew hospitality is not just trained, it's lived. It's the way they walk down the aisle with presence, engage with guests with genuine warmth. And remember that hospitality is not about perfection, but about connection. If you have ever experienced truly memorable service on flight or even poor service, share your story in the comments. Subscribe to Hospitality Lounge. See you next time. Bye bye.